Hey guys, struggle with me like that's so bad. Alright, Stud Omega A, motherfucker, leave that shit there. Stud Omega here, and now I have to take no. Okay, here's a new deck I'm bringing you guys. Now I can move in. Ass. Okay. I'm bringing you guys a new deck. It's called Fairly Arcana. Alright, so here's my build. 2 Herald of Orange Light, because he's awesome like that. A Marshmallow, Honest. Empress. Empress is a nice effect. This is all based on flipping coins. Hey, you. If you get heads, then whenever your opponent summons a monster, normal summons or sets a monster, you can spell summon an Arcana Force monster. And whenever they but if you get tails, every time they summon a monster, you gotta discard a card. So it's a double-edged sword. 3 Arcana Force the Emperor because they pump all your monsters by 500 or they lose 500. It's all a gamble on the flip. 2 Hecatrice because they search out. You know what Hecatrice does. 3 Chariots because they're Goyos or you lose them. This deck is very risky, so you gotta be careful with it. Alright. That's it because if you draw Fairy, you keep drawing. Yeah. 2 Tempest because they work like Karibos. Oh, Temperance. And if you summon them, you have the chance of having your opponent's life point damage or your own. Athenas because they're Athenas and they summon fairies. Arcana Christia, I only have one. I only want one anyways. It's a decent card in this deck. Arcana Force the World, because it's 3000 and the effects aren't that bad. And Dark and Light Ruler, because they're really good effects. The cost is actually worth their effects. This one blows up the field if it gets tailed or something. Or it can attack twice. This one can apparently add. You can we just with a monster on the field instead of the graveyard. You can add a card from your graveyard to your hand or monster. And if for heads and for tails, you can make him lose the attack points and negate effect of a spell trap or monster and destroy it. Okay, so that's the monsters. Lots of fairies. Basically all fairies. Dark Hole, Heavy, Monster Born, Scapegoat to help you out with the rulers. 2 second coin toss because you're gonna need those flips. They're gonna really help you out. Triple Valhalla because there's a lot of powerful fairies you can just play with something right off the bat. The field spell, Light Barrier, because if you get, you flip a coin in your stamina phase, if you get it right, then you get your effects, whatever effect you want, so it's really nice. For traps, 2 Bottomless, 3 Reverse of Fate, because sometimes, yeah, you're gonna need to change your fate. A Starlight Road, because you have a lot of value for traps, and a Torrential. So this deck isn't very trap based. Neither is a couple of the decks I'm going to bring up to you guys soon. But yeah. That's a deck. Extra deck is something I just threw together. But it works. Catastor, Brionic, Gaia, Ancient Fairy, because it works really well because whenever an Arcana destroys a monster, you gain the difference between... You gain the attack points of the monster you destroy, I think. Ancient Fairy, because of the left fields. Black Rose, because it's the Black Rose. 2 Stars because you run 2 Starlight Roads and you don't want to get extra gated. Avenging Emperor because you can. Colossal, Scrap, Trishula because it works really well. My god, I was having 2 times in a row I did this and it was so funny because my friend got so pissed off that I did this. Set, I had this on the field. Flip, summon, and I Trishula'd his ass and it was so funny. But yeah, Trishula works really well in this deck too. Extremely well. And there's only 1 tuner in the deck too. Not yet, Deal Hole. And NXTs are good, especially level 4 because there's a lot of level 4 in the deck. So, you know, the NXTs I would run in this deck, but not at White Master. I'd probably replace them. But you know, Utopia, Roach, because Roach is good. Dark World is still pretty scary. So are Tour Guide. So for my extra deck, I run 3 Consecrated Lights because they work really well with the deck. 2 Mysticals because you have almost no spell and trap destruction except for Heavy. 2 Compulsories because sometimes you just gotta get stuff out of the way. I didn't know what else was on running. Mind Trap. Or, no, it's Trap Crush. Try to look at your opponent's hand and then Mind Crush their ass. And it's because this format, a lot of people are searching. This really comes in handy. Goes in match because the whole deck is light, so it stops a lot of decks until they can get rid of this. Like, well, Dino? No, Well, yeah, it does, because Dino Rabbit, once they summon Rabbit and they remove it and they bring out 2 monsters and they attack and they sink, they can't summon anything unless it's the same attribute as that Exceed, or the monster they treated for it. But yeah, and then I decided Solemn and the 3 Solemns, because I don't want to main deck, I didn't have space, but they're nice additions to a deck. Especially because you gain a lot of life. So that's the deck. Yeah, expect a couple more videos. I'm also going to start doing my own card talks. I know everybody does it, but I like doing that too. I like hearing myself rant about cards that are actually pretty interesting to me. Maybe I'll do some side deck tips. I don't know, punch baby in the face. I'll think about it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, alright. So, this is fairly Arcana. Yeah, fairly Arcana. It's something that I've never seen anybody run because Arcana Force didn't have much. They had a little hype, but they weren't that good. But I enjoy playing Arcana. So that's all I wanted to say, and I guess I'll just talk to you guys later. Stratomega out. Please, Stratos, subscribe and stuff.